Hi, I wanted to talk to you about the state of the world and about something that I normally don't talk about on this channel, and that's what's happening around the world, and specifically the man-made famine that is happening in Gaza. And I wanted to talk to you about it from a spiritual perspective. You see, when we look at the news, and I don't watch much of the news because I find it to be toxic and I find it to be pushing a narrative that is enforcing the belief, the false belief, that we are all separate, that there is them versus us, that there is those people, those children, and there's us. When in truth is that there is no us and them. We are all one, and we are all one consciousness, and we are all connected. And so the suffering of one is the suffering for all. And even though we may not feel it in our day-to-day lives, thousands of miles across the sea or across the globe, it does impact us on a spiritual level when an individual or groups of people are suffering. It does impact the collective. And so what I wanted to really talk to you about is this collective silence on something that is so horrific. The collective silence on human suffering. And I wanted to talk to you, not to blame. There's no blame, but only awareness and only understanding. When there is collective silence, when there is collective pretending that something awful isn't happening to a group of people, it is a red flag for unhealed trauma and unhealed wounds that have been sitting there ignored. And so when I look at the state of the world and its intentional silence at the suffering that is happening today in Gaza and in other parts of the world, I don't think we live in an awful world. I don't think we have mean people, horrific people. I think how sad that there are so many people that are walking around ignoring the signals within them to treat and to heal and to release what has been hurting them for so long. And some of this hurt and this trauma is been carried on from our ancestors and from many generations to come. It lives in the DNA. More reason to release it and more reason to heal it and to make peace and to find a way back to our oneness, find a way back to our wholeness and to our collective mission here on this beautiful planet that we live on, which is love and compassion and understanding and forgiveness. And so I find that we are at a point in time where there is so much unhealed trauma and wounds that it is driving decisions and it is driving how people show up and how people react. And so this is an invitation for you. If you are listening to this, it's no mistake. It's come into your inbox for a reason, or it's shown up in your feed for a reason. This is an invitation to you. If you have ever witnessed something terrible and your reaction was indifference or apathy or just feeling like this has nothing to do with you, it's an invitation to dig deep, and it's an invitation to heal what's been ignored and to release what's been sitting there that is keeping you from feeling true unconditional love towards yourself, towards the collective, towards the world. compassion towards yourself and towards everybody. That is who we are. That is who we truly are, is loving, compassionate souls that are here to have an experience on this planet. And so if we are disconnected from that, it's because we have stayed in an experience and relive an experience from the past that is not our present, and it certainly isn't the future, but it is continuing to play out that way, and it's informing some pretty sad and pretty devastating decisions. And so I invite you again to understand yourself more deeply, and to heal, and to love unconditionally, and to open your heart to all that is happening and all that is around you, and to look at it from the perspective of oneness, because truly oneness is who we really are. We are one, regardless of where you live, regardless of who you are, regardless of the color of your skin or how you worship. We are all one. So I am sending you unconditional love and compassion on your journey of self-understanding and healing and releasing, so that you may experience this beautiful, abundant feeling of unconditional love towards yourself and others, and so that we may experience healing in this world, and so that we may experience peace in this world in our lifetime.